Hey, what's going on, everyone? Yeah, today is April the 2nd, 2022. Solana, man, breaks out in price. Look at the price chart, right? Look at that. Look at it right now. Yeah, take a look. I was telling you all back on my last video in Solana, I was looking for the price to go down. And man, look at that. Market went opposite of what I thought the price in Solana was going to do. But hey, I'll show you the ones I get right. I even show you the ones I get wrong. This one went against my forecast. I get it, but I'm going to show you how we can learn from it though, because one thing that you need to understand when you come to these cryptocurrency markets is that you also have to see the whole market. You got to see both sides of the trade. So at some point, the market was telling me that the idea of you looking for the price in Solana to go down, you might want to cut it, because if you don't, you're going to increase your losses. So I'm going to show you at what point would you have taken the loss to minimize it, rather than you keeping the hope on to say that price eventually will come back down, right? So let's talk about that. And then we're going to show you, can Solana hit that $200 price? Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it real. This is what I do. I do the price predictions without the confusion. You guys want to join the team? Welcome if this is your first time. You guys can see that we're pretty strong on this particular channel and subscribership. If you ain't tapped that subscribe button yet, what you waiting for? Because I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not here to sway people's emotions. I simply look at the price volume to see what the market ultimately is trying to do and go. So make sure you keep it locked in and tapped in here. All right, so check this out. First, let's talk about what the price action for Solana has done against my idea. I did a video for Solana on March the 17th, right here. The video is still posted in the Solana playlist. So if you guys haven't seen that video yet, if you just want to see what I was talking about at that particular moment in time, then go ahead and listen, but don't listen to it yet. Let's talk about this first. So obviously, after I did this video, after I've conducted this price prediction in Solana, you guys can tell that price did not even go down, right? Now, what would cause that? At some point, the market buyers was standing up price, and you guys can actually already see it. I created this horizontal black line. You guys see it, right? It's down there around $80. Can you see it? If you can't see it, I'll zoom in so you all can see it. We have already seen, back when I did that video, that buyers in Solana was able to hold price here, right? Around $78 to $80. This was the foundation to which the market lift off in price, right? Right here. You guys can tell even back here on the 24th of February, the market in Solana came through and held support. We also can see it on the 24th of January 2022. It's already there. So there was about the third time that the market in Solana came and bounced off $80. That was the third time. So that was the first indication that you could have said, yeah, I know that the market may be weak, but we've seen 3 times that buyers stood a price. That's the first thing that I want you all to take note of as to the reason why the cause of this upward movement in Solana is occurring. That's the reason. It's not about no new protocol. It's not about no new partnerships and no mergers. No, the buyers stood price up 3 times around $80. That was the confirmation that they was not willing to push price lower than $80. Let's keep it real. That's the first thing. So out the gate, the price in Solana did not go down. But here, during this time frame, I just circled it. I want you all to see these days right here. Selling was going on these particular trading days in Solana. It was. But you know what? Price didn't fall. Even on none of those trading days, price did not fall. When you see selling on a price chart, the reaction is supposed to be prices going down. So we have from March the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, and the 22nd. Price didn't fall, even while the market was selling. Okay, that's your second indication that you might be incorrect in your prediction and that you might need to cut it. Third is this day right here, March 24th. We saw a very wide spread bar compared to what we've seen historically. It was a lot smaller on these days, right? But then we saw a spread bar, price closed at the high, and the volume is heavy. That tells you that the buyers are really trying to move price. So on any idea, that was the third indication to say, hey, you might want to let this go, because this The buyers are being real formidable and they're not trying to let this price fall. You might want to cut that right here. So you should have gotten out right here on the close of March 24th, which is 17.43% loss. Now that's better than if you were to get out the market now, still wishing and hoping that price was going to come down. Look at that. You'll be down 58, almost 59% today versus 17.5. So let's use that as a teachable moment, right? You always need to come through and evaluate the situation against your idea. That's it. There's no right or wrong answers, right? So check this out. Let's talk about, can Solana come through and hit $200? Like, let's give it a buck. We're in an uptrend, right? This particular cryptocurrency is in a massive bullish uptrend. So much so that price now in Solana is breaking away from the trend that started back in March. Can you see that? Let me get rid of this line because I don't want to confuse you all. So let's identify where the buyers need to continue to hold price in Solana. Okay, so we got two trends, right? Price is breaking away from this long-term trend that started on March the 16th. It broke away. So we can still see market fall all the way down to this trend and test it. It could fall another 22, 23%, and the market will still be in an uptrend. And everyone's going to scream that the crash is back on, that Solana is not going to be a great cryptocurrency project, that the market is dead if it falls 20%. But I'm here to show you right now that that's the trend though. As long as the buyers maintain price on these two lines, either or, we would prefer that it holds this steeper trend, but that's less likely because it takes a lot of energy to maintain this type of slope. It does. So if anything, it needs to keep this lower trend line there. All right. Now let's see how we ended out on the month in Solana. So check this out. All right. This is the month right here that I'm referencing. Okay. Month of March. Look at that. We saw the price in Solana go down to the 80-cent price. Like, you guys remember when I said that the buyers came in and stood up price at $80? They did it 3 consecutive months as well, right? Look at that. They did it in March, February, and in the beginning of the year, January. Price maintained itself above $80. That's 3 months. That's like 90 days. If you think about that, 90 days of trading, Solana kept price from falling below $80. That's a strong area then. We need to consider that as the last area of resort for the buyers. If we ever see Solana's price break $80 to the downside, you need to worry. All right. So now, the market is still strong as Solana. Can we see it hit $200? So is there enough gas in the tank to hit $200? Let's keep it real. Because we got a whole lot of business that the market would have to go through in Solana before we has to hit that $200 price. And we got a couple of areas of restriction that we need to identify. Here's the first one. Okay. So I'm going to pinpoint these areas for you. The first one is right here. $150. We're literally about to take that out right now. So there might not be a problem for the buyers. It might not be. So we got 150. Second area is going to be up here to like 175, 180. And then the third area would be $200. So we have 150, 180, 175, then 200. Those are the 3 areas that sellers, I'm expecting them to pop up and try to push down the value of Solana. All right. So let's go ahead, because I'm still expecting the price in Solana to go up. I'm still looking for the market in Solana to go up in price. The market definitely is hinting, especially on the monthly time frame, that it wants to continue to shoot up in price. And I'm not the one to try to get in the way of the market. I follow the market. I go with the flow. I don't try to change anything up because we don't have the power to do that. In order for us to be competitive, in order for us to have the edge in the market, we got to be ahead of the game. So I'm going to continue to play the strength into the market in Solana. First area. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. You might not like it, But the first area you might need to grab some profitability is right there around 150. Now that gives you what, almost 8%. We could eat that, right? That's pretty good for a short play. My second area, like I told you, it's going to be up here towards that 175 to 180 price. Okay, so taking it to 175 is around 26%. Okay, now let me extend this trend because I'm extending all the way up here to 200. I want us to follow the market in Solana to hit that $200 price. Now you got to give it time, right? It's not going to happen in 2 days. It can, but let's keep it real, right? Let's keep it real. Let's try to be realistic. Let's give it a little bit of time to see if the market in Solana is going to be able to hold this trend. Now, before $200, we got 175 and we got 150. So we could eat as we continue to travel up in price. It's not like we need to hold the play until we actually hit $200, because that's not how I roll. As long as we're able to take out certain areas that sellers currently are at and we can profit from it, then that's what we do. So that's it. All right, so now let me hit this back over to the daily time frame, and so you guys can keep track of this on the daily market. And that's it. All right, so I'm looking forward to this. I still suspect that the market in Solana is going to go up. Now you got to give it time. You guys got to expect that sellers may hit the market tomorrow and bring the value of Solana back down to the trend, which you might need to expect that. All right, but let me know, what do you all think? Hit me up and tell me about Solana, where you think the market is headed as we approach this new month of April going into May, and see what happens. All right, make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.